Yes, guys, this is Mahesh Kumawat, and first of all, you just introduce yourself. First of all, what's your experience? What's your exposure? Why did you choose cybersecurity? And what you're going to achieve it? And what's your expectations? Is all about one by one. Please mute your audio and speak up one by one.
Hello everyone. Hello Mahesh sir. Manish this side. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
that's great.
Perfect.
So yeah. Hi everyone. Manish here. So I've joined the cybersecurity classes and the training that is conducted by Mahesh sir. So I have like around 8 to 9 years of experience in the different fields and roles and responsibilities. And I'm looking for the cybersecurity course and the classes. For reason being, I have a domain of Windows administration, core domain, but the overall overview of the Windows administration along with the product cycle, the software cycles, and I would like to continue and work on the cybersecurity. And the expectations for Mahesh sir, just if you can give us the basic scenarios, ideas for the cybersecurity as so that it will be easy for us, for me as well, to have a hands-on along with a good concept clearance about it. That's all about.
Hello,
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
hello.
Yes, yes, please go ahead. Yes, I'm listening. What's your
Uh,
name and
my name is
instructions?
Rustin. I'm from Kerala, and
Okay.
I have completed mechanical engineering. But I worked in Bangalore, like telecommunication field. So I would like to study cybersecurity. That's why I selected this. And I don't have much experience in this field.
Okay.
Then that's all.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yes. Next one. Yes, please. Next one. What's your name? Yes, guys. I'm waiting for your answers. As Manish has done, and this restaurant and
Trust.
the table. Saptarishi Datta. Hello, Saptarishi. Are you able to hear me? Okay, so we are just going to start. If you guys,
Okay.
okay, no problem with this. So, guys,
Yeah, sure.
are you? So, first of all, you guys have basic understanding of ethical hacking or not till now? Ethical hacking, cybersecurity, information security. What do you understand all sort of terms? If I'm talking about cybersecurity, if I'm talking about information security,
Yes.
what is the difference?
Cybersecurity.
Yeah, so I have a basic idea of what the ethical hacking or cybersecurity is. Like any thread from the outside the corporate thing, which is not integrated or which is not allowed for a company basically to hack things like a data security, a data privacy. So any intrusion comes up like this. So cybersecurity or ethical hacking comes in a part to have a defensive. Features or defensive programs to handle those or tactics for those kind of scenarios. This is what I have a basic idea of it.
And what is information security?
So information, anything comes up as a data for a particular company, any information that they hold, which is not responsive to the outer world, apart from their own internet or apart from their own network. So that is something where information security comes into the picture.
Yes, yes, you're right. So, my dear friends, I think it's important to understand the cyber security, the information security. Okay, uh, the cyber security is, the global term we can use it. Okay, we have different security inside this cyber security, like in network security, system security, wireless security, cloud security, web application security. Okay, different things securities comes to the pictures. Okay, and information security is all information, the data, the data protection sort of things. Okay, so data classifications. Okay, the compliance, regulatory controls. Okay, the frameworks. So all things are comes under the information security. Whatever the informations, how can we secure it? How we can we protect the informations? This is all things. So today we have this basic understanding about the ethical hacking sort of things. Okay, so the first thing is basically I'm going to teach you is the CIA right? Okay, so Google hacks, so different hacks into the market right now is happen. Okay, we have different terminology about the hacking sort of things. Okay, so we are just going to study into the offensive security, offensive and defensive security same time, right? So we just talking about into the security domains. We have different things. If we're talking about gateway level security, so we are just talking about some firewalls. Okay, and if we have talking about some system level security, so we are just talking about some endpoint security solutions. Okay, and if we're talking about some applications, so we are talking about TLS, SSL, okay, WF, uh, uh, web application firewalls. Okay, and we just talking about SQL injections. We have talking about some different backdoor attacks. Okay, so all things are, what it is a part of security sort of thing. And how can we what defense this sort of thing? So we need to provide some SIM solutions. Okay, security incident and event management things. Okay, and we can go for some what mobile device management tools. We have go for SSCM. So, what tools. It's a Microsoft, okay, system security, this is patching solution sort of things. Okay, so we have different things. So first of all, if we talking about in this today's classes, we are just talking about some ethical hacking basics. What type of attacks? Okay, different attacks. What is the CIA try? It comes to the picture. Okay, and what things are comes under into the CIA tribe. So the elements of the security is CIA is continuity, integrity, and availability sort of things. Okay, the first things we in this PDF, you just have to look here the hack values. A hack value from which refers to the value that denotes attractiveness, interest, or something that is worthy. Okay, value describes the target's level of attractions to the hacker. Zero attack is the attacks are that is currently available. So developer cannot not identify the same things within before the developer identify or just release any patch for that vulnerabilities. Okay, so vulnerability is, you can say that is a weakest point. Okay, so human being is the weakest link of the security, right? You just remember it. Okay, so vulnerability refers to the weakest point, loophole, or cause in the system or network which can be harmful and utilized by attackers to go through it. Any vulnerability can be an entry point for them in each react. Okay, so we can say that the vulnerabilities. Suppose you are into this security field, right? So if you're working as a security consultant, as a security operation centers and network operation centers, okay, so your prime duty is to what find out the vulnerabilities into the network, and then you need to provide some penetration testing. Okay, we have what in the enterprise environment we have different teams available, or the teams will be sending you and exactly the issues. Okay, the hacking sort of things, IP addresses sort of things. Okay, so how do you analyze the data? Okay, and how do you, provide a solution? So that was the issue will happen. Okay, so we are just using some different tools and techniques and skills requirement as cybersecurity consultants. So these sort of things we're just talking about. So I'm just I'm into the security field for the past 15 years into the security field. So I know that in the enterprise required a consultant or as a person who just what have a offensive and defensive approach. He just worked on different tools, techniques, and he has to skills availability, and he has to what data analyzing, data mining sort of things, skills requirement. So this is the approach which is required. Okay, so we have different things will be what we need to be work on it. So okay, so vulnerability we're talking about, so weakest point. So suppose if you're working in any company, so if you just going there and there's the systems available, network is going on, server is available, database is running, web servers are connecting, are there. So you as a what penetration tester, you need to find out the vulnerabilities into this. Okay, so you can use different tools like open tools and different tools. Okay, to find out the vulnerabilities into the particular MNCs. Okay, so once you find the vulnerabilities, and then you need to provide some solutions in time. So vulnerabilities, what the loopholes or the biggest points we need to be search it out same time. So basically, chaining these are some what things you need to be take care once you're going for the cyber ethical hacking, cyber security, and ethical hacking, because this is the what day to day what comes to in your mind, that this is the basic changing vulnerabilities, exploit, okay, threats, prevention sort of things. So you need to understand the basic things. Yes, this is the what it does mean is all about. Okay, so basically, changing is a sequential process of several hacking or attacking attempts to gain access to a network or systems one after another using the same information and the information obtained from the previous attempt. Okay, so basic changing is what you suppose you are a hacker and you're going to hack some networks things. Okay, so you're just going to do man in the middle attacks. Okay, you are just going to do session hijacking sort of things. Exploit is the breach of security of a system through vulnerabilities, zero attacks, or any other attacking techniques. Okay, so you are exploit, doing things. Doxing is another term. This is basically it is used for doxing. Is the term doxing refers to publishing information or a set of information associated with an individual. This information is collected publicly, mostly from social media or other sources. So the doxing basically you're just going to be find information of public what subject or publicly information availability, right? Suppose you going to the Facebook account of any person and you're just going to find out some information like that. Okay, so you're just going to do the doxing. Okay, so you're just going to take the mobile and the photograph of the person. Okay, you just find up information of the person. So this is a doxing sort of things. So you can find up this data on the public recent time. Okay, so the payload is also important to understand. The payload refers to an actual section of information or data in the frame as opposed to automatically generated metadata. In information security, payload is a section or a part of malicious and exploited code that causes the potentially harmful activity and actions such as exploit, opening backdoors, and hijacking, right? So payload is refers to the actions. What actions you gonna perform? Okay, as information security and data then suppose automatically generated metadata. Okay, so it is what automatically providing the metadata. Metadata is data about the data. Same thing is okay. So information security, once you going to run any software, okay, so it is payload sort of things. It is providing the different data information same time. So it is called a payload.
Okay.
Okay, or we can say the bot. The bots are the software that is used to control the target remotely and to execute predefined tasks. Okay, so the bot you in the current situations the botnet you just search it out. Okay, so it's sort of softwares. Okay, small sort of softwares. Okay, and it is going to be installed on the systems, different systems. Okay, and it is used to control and target remotely. Okay, suppose you in the remote share desk. Okay, now in the market. So what you can do it, you just going to install any desk or TeamViewer to the systems, and you just provided the ID and password as per your required into the coding on the coding softwares into the TeamViewer or and a desk. Okay, so it is remotely, you will be handled same time. Okay, so this is the bot. This is small piece of software you can install into the target system, and then you can control the system from your side. Okay, so it is capable to run automated scripts over the internet. Okay, and the bots are also known as internet bot or web bot. These can both be social purpose, such as Twitter bots, commercial purpose, intended malicious purpose, and system bot and viruses and worms spreading bot and DDoS attacks sort of things. Okay, so these things can be happen. Okay, so the elements somebody will be asking that why what is the requirement of the security? Okay, what are the elements of the security? What is the motive of the security to the company? So the element is basically just talking about the confidentiality. So confidentiality, what type of confidential data you need to be required? Any ideas you would like to share to me? So this the information is very confidential. So how can we provide the confidential data? You just read it, you can study this particular things, and then let me know any examples you would like to share to me. Yeah, these are the confidential things. This is security implement, we can provide it. Then I will provide the answer.
So any emails of the companies are confidential emails.
Yes.
Like
What
any
are the
type.
information as confidential as per you?
So it's any conversations happening within the emails or anything as a HR part of things. If they uh, roll out any offer, they have the bracket or the salary bracket. These are like basic confidential things which can be stored on the local drives or the server.
Anybody else can be, you know what, things will be confidential things. Any other
So
examples you would like to share to me? This is email is one of them. Apart from this email, another things. Tell me.
so about the things happening in the office means uh, uh, like
Yes, yes. Please go ahead. Any what are the confidential informations into the office? Suppose you are working in office as a
yeah,
security guy, okay, security professional. So what sort of informations will be the confidential things? I will
the
let you know. But
details
yes,
about their employees, uh,
yes, yes.
then like about their phone numbers, office phone numbers, and
Okay, okay,
the works done by the employees will be confidential. So okay.
okay, okay. Tell me.
Also about their networks, their IP address, which our devices are connected, the local drives, if they have any like a particular domain that is located for that location, any kind of network activity, those will be the crucial and confidential, I believe, as per the information security.
Okay, okay, okay.
So everything which is within the company's environment or within the company's data, everything is confidential, I believe.
Yes, yes, you're right. So, friends, right now, thing is important to understand. First of all, the data is confidential. Okay, in any company, any MNC, you're going there. Okay, So data have the classifications. We need to do it. Okay. So data classifications, what sort of things is, what is public accessible data, what is uh, top secret data, what is sensitive data, okay, and what is public accessible data. We have to categorize the data first of all. Okay. So once the top secret data, what top secret data, it means that suppose you are the part of National Intelligence Agency, okay, which is and suppose you are the part of any company where the defensive things are available, weapons of the country, okay. Suppose you are the part of the company where the nuclear deals, the papers, okay, are very confidential sort of thing, okay. And suppose you are the part of the company where the trade secrets, okay, and there the copyrights, the trademarks, okay. So copyright, trademarks, patents, trade secrets. So these are the important, very important confidential papers. So how do we secure it? First of all, these papers are very top secret data, the category of the data, right? Then what is sensitive data? Sensitive data is your ID and password of the users. Okay, user information, your Aadhaar card, your information very sensitive. Okay, your license, Aadhaar card, anything is be personal identified informations. This is basically, it is used for the HR is carrying all the data of you of who, what the person joining time, you, whether your experience, your Aadhaar card, your licenses, your previous experiences, your experience letter, everything is the sensitive data. Okay, you don't have to share to anybody. What is public accessible data? The newspapers, the company. If a company is ISO certified, then it is publicly accessible. Everybody, okay. The will be going to outside the publish announcement sort of things. It's a public accessible data. So first of all, you need to be categorized what sort of data we are talking about in the company. Then you can categorize your data as public accessible data, sensitive data, top secret data. Okay. And then we are just talking about what type of data. Suppose you have top secret data available, right? Suppose you have nuclear deals, papers, you have patents, trademarks, secrets, copyrights, trademarks. These are the top secret data. Suppose if anybody will hack your data, how to impact, what sort of impact on the company. Okay. So first of all, you need to categorize the data. Suppose it's a top secret data, then you need to provide some confidential, more security on the confidential data, which top secret data is all about. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is just, first of all, you need to categorize the data of the company, and then once you categorize the data, and then you classify the data into the top secret, sensitive, public accessible data, and then the top secret data we require more and more security. The public accessible data we don't require any security on the same. Okay. Suppose the notice board, there is hiring is going on in your company. Okay. So there is no security required in this particular. It is the HR is going to send to all of the employees, all of the globally in Naukri.com. They will publish the data on the Naukri.com. Any onboarding is going on, any hiring is going on in your company. Okay. So you need to understand first of all the data accessibility, data classifications, and then the what sort of data security required. Okay. We are just talking about the top secret data. We require highly confidential data. It is. We require more and more security. So the thing is, we want to make sure that our secret and sensitive data is secure. Confidentiality means that only authorized persons can work with the see our structure digital resources. It also implies that unauthorized persons should not have any access to the data. There are two types of data in general: data in motion as it moves across the networks, and data at rest when data is in any media storage, such as servers, local hard drive, and cloud. For data in the motions, we need to make sure that there are encryptions before sending it over the network, and other options we can use along with encryptions. It is used a separate network for sensitive data. For data at rest, we can apply encryptions at storage media drive so that no one can read it for its theft. So the matter of fact that, guys, we understand that data is in what classifications like top secret data, confidential data, sensitive data, the public accessible data. The second things you would like to understand is that is this is the data is in motion or data at rest. So data at rest, it means that the data is not going to send outside of your company. Okay, it's a backup sort of things. Suppose you have previous 10 years data available, so it is in storage. So data at rest, we can say that. Okay, and once we are talking about suppose your client machine and the server is going to communicate with each other. So whatever the API is, application program interface API is going you are going to hit on the any website, it will communicate with the server and client. So whatever the data is going to be motion. Okay, so this is data in motion. So we have different security parameters on the data at rest and different security parameters and the data in motion, at motion and rest. Okay, so suppose your data is in at rest, so you need to provide some backup solutions in time, right? We need to go for the Red 5 Veeam solutions. We have some AWS and Azure cloud computing storage solutions in times. Okay, so we can do for the backup solutions for the data at rest. But data in motions, we require some encryption technology. Okay, that is why we are using TLS, SSL sort of things. We will study later on what is all about, but we require encrypted communication between client and server. Okay, so this is the confidential things. So I will give you more example. One more example. Suppose you are suppose I'm staying in Delhi and you are staying in Kerala location. So suppose I will have to send a hard disk. Okay, this is a very important data inside the hard disk and going to send to the Kerala locations. So how the things will be confidential things? Let me know. What things you need to do it at the same time. Suppose you're going to send the hard disk to Delhi or Kerala to Delhi. So what things you need to going to do it as a confidential things?
First, I will inform that I am going to send the message. Or
What message?
first, I will inform that I am going to send this message.
Okay, okay. Then
Yeah, and adding to him, like we'll see the channel through which we are sending the data. Is it encrypted? Is it secure channel that we are sending through?
no, no, physical hard disk. This I'm just talking about physical hard disk sent to Kerala to Delhi or Delhi to Kerala locations. Physical hard disk,
So,
and
so
there is a confidential
physical
data
hard,
inside this.
yeah. So we'll only let the people know who needs to be known, like only a person who is going to carry that hard disk from Delhi to Kerala. That this is the confidential thing. Only that person is known, not publicly. So only the secure channel or secure way that will do it.
Okay. Any other anything you would like to say to me? You're just going to share this hard disk, physical hard disk Delhi Kerala to Delhi, and what you're going to do is sending a message to me first. Yes, that is. Then I receive the message. Just try to think like a security guard.
Like we'll inform the destination person that this is what we are delivering and this is very much confidential. So we'll inform the first to the destination person or the destination point, and we'll arrange a way through which a secure manner that we can travel or deliver it.
So, so what technology you gonna use it same time?
The
Suppose I'm
fastest,
going to send
yeah.
going to send the Delhi to Kerala hard disk. So I'm going to provide a first of all I will go to the courier company and I will provide this hard disk. Okay, and then they will going to sent to the Kerala locations. So the courier company, I cannot believe them. Okay, they will gonna hack my data same time. So what I need to do with the data to the confidential things? Yes, please go ahead.
We can put a password or encrypt that hard disk so that nobody will be, even if it has been stolen, nobody will be able to decrypt anything from that hard disk.
Okay. So, my dear friends, once I'm going to send the data to Delhi to Kerala location, so first of all, I will have to check the what type of data it is. Okay, I already suggest you that it's a top secret data, it's a public accessible data, it's a sensitive data, what type of data it is. Okay, suppose it's a public accessible data, so there is no encryptions requirement. Okay, there is no encryption things we need to going forward. Suppose it is a very top secret data, so first of all, I would like to go for encryption, encrypt my data. So encrypt is sort of cipher format where you place in different format sort of things. Okay. Suppose if I'm going to write down something into the notepad, Mahesh Kumawat. So this is the plain text. But once we're talking about some encrypted thing, okay. So encrypted we have different algorithm sort of things, encryptions. We have symmetric, asymmetric. Where we are not talking about all sort of terms. We have separate class for VPNs and encryption sort of thing. But in the encryption things, what happened? This sort of language is there. This is cipher format. So hacker can, you know what? If I'm going to send a hard disk the separate same sort of data in the plain text, anyone can check the data and then he can use it. But if I'm going to do the encryption of this particular data, then the data is sort of this sort of things. So no one can understand what's inside the data. What is all about? No one can. If I'm going to remove it, so no one can see that what is all about. It is not readable. So we have 256-bit encryptions, we have 1024-bit encryptions, we have different encryptions. So what we're going to do it, we have to encrypt the data. Okay. Any other examples you would like to share to me in the confidentiality? Suppose your password is very confidential password, right? So how do you secure your password? You just you have number of database servers, you have different networking things available. You have a specific password list is there. Okay, so most of the companies what they are doing it, they are just username password, they are creating a spreadsheet and they will write down all the passwords same time. So the hacker is going to do the backdoor attack and he will take all the passwords same time. Another thing is somebody will send you a phishing emails. Okay, and you just going to log in with your ID and password of your banking sort of things, and they will steal your password same time. Okay, and somebody will doing some brute force attack, the dictionary attacks, keylogger, different sort of attack. Do it on the confidential things of your passwords. Yes, we understand. Yes, right now it's what type of attacks, how to defend all of them. Once we're talking about the data at rest, okay, I'm going to send my hard disk Delhi to Kerala. So first of all, I will have to encrypt my data. Okay, once you encrypt your data, then you can send it. So hacker is going to be first of all decrypt the data and then he will take a look. But the decryption is not easy for him. Okay. So what we're going to do is in the forensic investigation, certified ethical hacking is the first part. The second part is CHFI, computer hacking forensic investigations. I will also teach you how to do the forensic investigations of confidential sort of things, but you need to understand the basic things. Okay. So for the password attacks, I'm not talking about some brute force attacks. Somebody will guess your password. He can use it. Somebody will do shoulder surfing. Okay. At the you just working in your company at the behind of yours, somebody will check your password. You just don't going to write down your password on from your keypad and your keylogger sort of software. Okay, it will all the keys which you are going to be write it down. It will be saved into the Kali Linux same time. So this is the confidential things same time. So what is the defensive things we can going to apply in the company? We need to go for it multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication, it means that first of all, the user is going to use the password. Yes, password can be hacked. No problem with this. The second authentication sort of things is OTP will be coming to your mobile. It is not going to be hacked. Okay. Third thing, the OTP will be coming to your personal email ID. Okay. Second security question. The third one is you just provide some security questions. What is your best friend? What's your school name? What's your pet name? What's your thing's name? So different questions. You need to provide the answers, correct answers. So we need to go for multi-factor authentications, two-factor authentications, three-factor authentications, multi-factor authentications for the password attack sort of things. For the data sort of things, we have to go for encryptions of the data. This is the confidential things we're talking about right now. So how do we control? This is the technical things. And other things, how can you control it? We have to go for some compliance. Compliance things, suppose HIPAA compliance. HIPAA compliance is basically it is used for the healthcare industries. How it is used for? Any information from the US, it is a basically US based compliance, and the US based hospitals never share your data to outside of the country. It's not a legal thing. It's a compliance. Suppose you are in the India locations, you need to first of all take the HIPAA compliance, register your company, and then you will take the information. So there's a huge penalty over there at the same time. So whether the confidential, all the things are in information. Okay. So I hope you understand the confidential things. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, the second thing is integrity. We do not want our data to be accessible or manipulated by unauthorized persons. It ensures that only authorized parties can modify data. So what do you understand by integrity of the data? Yes, any ideas, anything you would like to share to me, then I will let you know.
Anything like against the company's guidelines or the policies that can be counted as integrity.
I will give example. You just understand what is all about. So,
Okay.
as I earlier example, I have sent provide informations like that. You need to send your data, your hard disk to Delhi location to Kerala locations, right? So what happened there? Your hard disk, you know what you just going to send it to uh, Delhi office, the corridor office, and somebody in the middle of the locations, right? Somebody will going to change your data. Suppose you have just write it down 2,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees sort of thing. Somebody will provide information of 20 lakh rupees. Just modify the data same time. So this is the integrity sort of things. So tools you can gonna provide of data. Yes, please go ahead. You're going to send your data to Delhi to Kerala locations, and somebody will going to, modify your data. Your hard disk data is going to be modified by some other party. So how do you going to procure this particular data? How do you control the data? Any ideas? Whatever you feel that this is the things we can do it, sir. I'm happy with it. No problem. Please think.
Sir, like public key or private key like that, giving the key to from Delhi to Kerala, only that person can open this and watch what the data are there, like that.
Yeah, it is encryption, my dear friend. It's encryption. Okay, you have already done on the confidential data.
Yeah, yes.
But I'm the person. I'm a hacker. I'm just going to use this particular public key and I'm going to open it and I'm just going to modify the data. Then it is what? Then what happens?
Okay.
Because hacker can have do more most of the things because he is very skillful mind. He's very capable. He
So
can do
the
everything.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, please go ahead. What are you gonna do it same time?
So we have to save from the unauthorized person to uh, we have to protect our data, right?
Yes. So how to do it? How to do it? That's why I'm talking about. Yes, we know that there is no modifications requirement into the data. What sort of
Yes.
precautions? What sort of countermeasures you gonna do it? So not to modify your data. Unauthorized person cannot touch your data. And how do you came to know that this data is particularly modified?
Mm. Like we will see some de- like size, file size. If it
Okay.
is modified, then we can see the there the file size has been changed, like that.
Okay. Okay.
Or also we can keep a track of the data by the team or whoever is handling or whoever is authorized or have the access to that data. Keep a track if it's been modified or not, or keep updating the security parameters for that data.
Okay. Okay. So
Hello,
what we're going
hello,
to do is yes, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, that's all ideas that we have, I think.
Okay. So what we can do, guys? Suppose the integrity of the data we are just talking about here. So we need to, first of all, the type of data we have. We know that this is very top and confidential data. Okay. So for the integrity, we have to calculate the hashing. You know that what is hashing is means. Do you know what
No.
guys know hashing
yeah, the
is means?
readable making the readable text into unreadable format.
Hashing values we need to calculate right now. What is the hashing values?
Hash
Understand?
va-
Hash value. Yes. You need to calculate the hashing value. Hash value.
Okay.
Okay. Suppose I have a file. Okay, and I'm going to write down just 20,000 is there. I have to add it 2 or 3 zeros again. Okay. So the size remains same there. Same time. Nothing changes is there. But the timestamp is changed. Okay. Because I have opened the file and I have closed the file, so timestamp is changed same time. Okay. So this is the evidence. Timestamp is there. Okay. So you will first of all what you're going to do it. You will have a screenshot of the timestamp. Okay. when it was going to source to destination end. First thing is this. Second thing is you need to take
Hello,
the hashing
hello,
value calculations.
hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, this is done by the senders.
Yes, this is
From
done
the
by sender.
senders.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
taking the screenshot, time, checking the time.
Yes, timestamp. The
Okay.
timestamp, do you know that what I'm trying to tell you? Timestamp is there. I'm providing my viewer. So there, this is the timestamp created, modified, access. Okay, this is the time. If I open it again, and this will be changed same time.
Okay, metadata.
Yes, this information is a forensic investigation. Once we are going to do it, it is required.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have to go for some foreign, hashing values.
No, no.
Take it out there. Okay. We just want to go in some sites. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, yeah. Certificate.
Hmm? Are you able to see my screen? This is the certificates I have checked it right now. Are you able to see
Yes.
Yes.
certificates? Okay. TLM version. This is SH256 RSA.
This is okay.
SH256. Okay.
Hash algorithm.
Hash algorithms, my dear. This is, you know what? You need to check it out. The hash algorithms as well. Digital signature is one of them. This is a digital signature. The example of for integrity. Why
Degree.
we require certificates? Tell me one thing. Because if we have example for data hard disk going to be Delhi to Kerala locations. It's a physical thing. So we have to go for, you know what, hashing value calculate same time. But what about the client and the server communication? So in the man in the middle track session hijacking has been done from the hacker, and he can just modify the data same time. So what we required? We required digital signatures. So it is the digital signature is there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Understand this one?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will give you for example. I will let's say Google account, okay. And then we will go for inspect the things. Developer tools, okay. So suppose this is the client machines, right? This is my client machine, and it is going to be Google. Okay. So what I can look into this, we have some hashing algorithm inside this. We have security things available. We have some certificates is there. The certificates I already show it to you. Okay. The connection settings. So this is the HTTPS site. HTTPS is secure. First thing is this. Okay. It is also the hashing value is calculated same time. Okay. So what is the hash value of this particular site? Is the certificates sort of thing. So you can just check it out. Yeah, this is developed for the hashing things. So the client to server communication, the TLS, the SSL, HTTPS traffic is going on. Okay. And we required one certificate will be installed in my system, client system, and one certificate installed in the server system same time. Okay. So the session is established same time with the client and server same time, and the session hijacking has not been done because of it is secure communication between the server and the client same time. So data in motion we are talking about here, and in the hard disk examples we are just talking about that data at rest. So once we're talking about the data at rest, we are just talking about hashing value calculation sort of things, and once we're talking about the data in motion in the integrity format, so we are talking about some digital certificates. Make sense? Okay, guys. So I hope you understand the integrity as well. So what is availability? Suppose I'm going to send a hard disk to Delhi to Mumbai locations or Kerala locations. So hard disk not reached the destination. Somebody will steal or theft. Then what happens? What I need to do for the same sort of things as a security consultant, security guy? Any ideas you would like to share to me? So these are the things we can do it.
Like we have to recover that data. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying right now is what not availability of the data at the destination side. Suppose I'm going to send a hard disk to Delhi to Kerala locations, and the destination side, my engineer is not getting this hard disk, and that was a top secret data is all about. Somebody will steal, somebody will theft the hard disk.
Yes.
Okay, so what sort of things you proportions, what sort of countermeasures you going to do it? Any ideas you'd like to share to me? You can just see this particular PDF
Mm.
as well. What technical things? Data in motion and data at rest. Both things I would like to know that. Yes, yes, please continue. If you know the answers, then it's okay. If you don't know, then say you don't know.
No, I don't know the answer.
So, my dear friends, you just want to send your data goes to destinations, and the destination guy is not able to receive your data. So, what type of security you're doing it? First thing, okay. So, in the availability examples, what we're going to do it? Availability applies to the system, and persons cannot get the data due to general network failure of the DDoS attack. Then that is a problem as long as business is concerned. It may also result in loss of revenues or the recording some important results. We can use the CIA, remember, to the basic most important data security concept. Okay? So what we are going to do it, my dear friends, with the availability concept, if the data is not going to once we send to the Delhi locations and the receiver is not going to receive the data at the destination side. So what we're going to do, we have to take a backup. Yes, we know that uh, we have taken the what we have do encryption sort of things. Yes, we can do it. We have done it. So this is confidential data. No one can access such things. We have calculate the hashings. Yes, so that no one can modify sort of things. But the thing is that the thief is what going to be theft your hard disk, steal your hard disk same time. So it is not reach destination side. Okay, so it's disruption of the business, loss of customer confidence, loss of revenue same time. So what you're going to do it as per this example, business continuity plans and backup storage, sufficient capacity. So these sort of things you need to provide same time. So first of all, you need to take a backup of the hard disk, and then you can send to the destination side. If the hard disk not received by the destination side, then we can send another one because we have backup available. Okay, so this is the data at rest. We can take a backup solutions. So we have backup solution, different backup solutions available in different traditional. So guys, I would like to know that what type of backup it is in general life. These are the 5 types of backup. Do you know any of them?
So backups like full backup, there are differential backup, and there is like
Yes.
partial backup, differential backup. an incremental backup.
So your homework is basically you just find out the five types of backup. Okay, I will give you the project. Okay. So what about the cloud backup? Do you know, guys, how to Azure things working? How the AWS things working? How it is uh, the Google Cloud is working? What type of storage inside this? Any ideas? Have you guys worked on the cloud computing as well or not?
I just heard about cloud computing.
Yes. Yes, please go ahead. I'm listening to your voice.
So cloud computing means
Cloud
uh,
computing.
storing the data in a temporary format like that. I think
No, not exactly. Cloud computing, like Azure AWS cloud computing.
I don't know, sir. Cloud
Okay, no problem. I will once we going to the cloud computing, cloud security, I will teach you. Okay, don't no problem with this. So my request to all of you guys, please create your AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. It's a free of cost. I will let you know how to do it. Okay, so cloud security once we are going to do it, so I will let you know the cloud security how it's gonna work in because it's a modern time. The security is first priority, cyber security, right? Second thing, if you're going to create your career, so the cloud computing is very what key things. It's modern things. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So we are just talking about data uh, motion. So what things happen? Suppose you have the web servers available, and somebody will going to do the DDoS attack, distribute denial of service attacks. Distributed denial of service, it means that once the client and server communications, it means you are just provide your packets at the destination side same time, and sometimes later your switch or your server is not understand what, the traffic. Okay, at the same time, so you have got the availability, accessibility same time, and you can just um, block the services. Okay, due to this, the server is not accessible from the clients, and the server is going goes down. So this is distribution denial of service attacks. Yes, we will going more further things in the later on things. But the things to understand here, so you need to understand confidentiality, integrity, and availability. This is the what elements of security. If I'm talking about some information security, so first of all, what type of information it is? So we have this information is basically informations are in digital format first of all, and once we're talking about digital format, and then what type of things in the what the company prospects for the enterprise environment. We have patents, we have trademarks, we have trade secrets, we have copyrights. Okay, so these are the informations. These are the main information. We have a financial information. We have some legal informations. Okay, and if you're talking about some, we have some technical information like logs, alerts. So different company going to be retain the data for 3 years, 7 years as per the policies. We will just move further this sort of thing. So in the information security, first of all, guys, you know that what is copyrights, what is trademarks, because it's information security. You need to be secure the things. Any ideas?
So copyright means only that company can use, only their company can use their products. Products, no, their informations like that. Only they have the right to use.
With example, tell me. Yes, yes,
Hello.
yes, yes. Please go ahead. Any examples you would like to share to me? This is copyright things.
Uh, uh, like their product, newly released product means only they have the right to sell, or like that.
No, 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 dear.
Okay.
Like any company name, let's suppose it's a Mantech as a company name, only they have the copyright to use that name. I believe no other company can use, or no other organization can use the same name. So this can be an example of copyright.
Suppose you guys are write down a book. Okay. Suppose I'm going to write down a book. So it's a copyright. Okay. You have seen number of people, number of books from different authors. So it's a copyright sort of things. I cannot copy the same thing. You have to check the YouTube channels. It's a copyright sort of things. All materials. So this is the copyright things which I'm talking about right now. We have studied is copyright things from the EC Council. A certified ethical hacking version 10 is a new module of hacking. So it's a copyright things. Okay, no one can use it for their purpose, money sort of things. We can study only. Okay, so the original copy I have created and I have the copyright of things. Okay, I can transfer the copyright things to different people same time. But okay, so this is copyright is we can say that it's for the author's copy, which is the firstly I have created and then I will uh, uh, provide to the publicly accessible sort of things. So it's a if you have checked out different books, different authors are copyrights to their books. Okay, so what about patents?
I'm sorry, could you please repeat the next question?
Patents. What does it? What do you understand the patents?
No idea.
Idea.
Not don't have much information about it.
Patents might be innovation. Any ideas? Think.
Patent, or patent means if a new company means introduce a new thing, only they
Yes.
have the patent. Only they will be have the rights to sell and to introduce in front of everyone.
Yes. Their ideas should be patent same time.
Yeah.
Okay. This is for commercialization of technological advances.
Yes. Yes.
Patent laws are incentivize investors to publicly disclose their innovations and exchange for their certain exclusive rights. A
Only
patent
they.
protects innovations, inventions, new inventions. Suppose
Okay.
right now the corona thing is going on, and I'm just going to find out the therapy. Okay, and this is I'm going to do the patent. Then I will say to the all of the world. So ideas, innovations. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
Suppose how to deal with the project management. Okay, how the things are working in the project management. How to do the cyber security. Okay, so this is the the recording sort of things. Okay, the concept printing sort of things. This is a specific process for the same. So this is all about the patents, the innovations, the ideas. You cannot use my idea to your company because it's a patent one, right? Okay, this is the one of that. What about trademark? What do you understand by trademark? Somebody will say that you are security guys. Yes, yeah, I'm security guy. Please secure the trademark for the company. So you think that what is trademark this is talking about? Yes, please go ahead. Any ideas about the trademark?
So anything like maybe a symbol for that company, maybe a word that is legally registered, that represents a company, that can be a trademark.
Yes, my dear friends, you're right.
Okay.
So right, but a trademark is basically a symbol, a phrase, okay, a design. These sort of things. It is basically the copy patents and sort of things. So please make sure you have to learn all sort of things because it will be asked by anyone once you're going for any company. Okay, you are a security guy, so you need to understand what is copyright, what is trademarks, sort of things. Okay, what is trademark or what is trade secrets? Any ideas you would like to share to me? This is the trade secret, sir. You need to save the trade secrets of the company. So somebody will say that what is trade secret is all about.
The ideas, the ideas which is shared within the company.
Yes, yes. Give me some examples if you know.
Um, ex-
Because if you're going for the security operation centers, okay, anywhere, so you just find out the number of things. Yes, this is all about. This is all about. This is the things. This is you have to say it. So first of all, you need to understand about what type of what information is available in the company. Trade secret. It is the McDonald's. How the Pepsi is gonna working. Okay, Pepsi gonna have to Pepsi flavors, Coke flavors. How the McDonald's is going to cook the burger, how the KFC is gonna convert burgers sort of things, different things. Okay, so the Google, you just write down in the Google and you just find out anything. So how the source code of the particular Google company, it's a trade secret. Okay, so make sure that you need to understand all of them. So it is very important for you to what trade secret, patents, trademarks, copyrights. These are the information security concepts you need to understand. Okay, so these are these are the tangible assets. There is the intangible assets. Okay, so these are the intangible assets we are talking about here. Tangible assets are the assets we can see, we can watch. We can watch this computer. We can watch laptops. We can watch switches. We can watch routers. We can watch firewalls. These are the tangible assets for the company where we can see, we can touch it, but we cannot, touch the copyrights. It's a intellectual property. Can you give me some more examples of intangible assets? The licenses. Suppose you have procured the MS Office licenses. It's intangible assets. Windows 10 licenses, Windows sort of licenses. Okay. So this is the intangible assets you can manage it. OEM licenses I'm talking about, not paper-based licenses. I have already sent you in the group chat the copyright, trademark, and patent difference. Please take a look once you are free. Okay, so what is authenticity? Authentication is a process which identifies users or device to grant privileges, access, and certain rules and policies. Similarly, authenticity ensures the authentications of certain information identities from a valid user claiming to be the source of that information and a message transactions. The process of authentication through the combined functions of identities and passwords can achieve authenticity. So why we require authenticity? What are the protocols of authentication? What are policies we need to apply on the authentication? Any ideas? Whether the user is authentic or not authentic users, how can we know that? What type of privilege we can provide to the users? Whether that person is going to log in or not log in. It is checked by authenticity. Okay, valid user or not valid users. So in the environment, what we're going to create in the Active Directory, the domain controllers, we are creating the number of users, the organization users. The users need to be logged into the whatever the things we can provide or the domain controllers credentials, ID password sort of things. So it is, you know what? This is SAML. Sorry, the LDAP protocol is going to use it. Lightweight directory access protocol. Okay, so authenticity is very important for any company. Non-repudiation. Any ideas you would like to share to me? Non-repudiation sort of things. So non-repudiation is the one of information assurance pillar which guarantees the information transmissions and receiving between the sender and receiver via different techniques such as digital signatures and encryption. Non-repudiation is the assurance the communication and its authenticity. So the sender cannot deny from what he sent. Similarly, the receiver cannot deny for receiving. From receiving digital contracts, signatures, and email messages are non-repudiation techniques. So non-repudiation things you just easy to understand here in this. So web client and server communications. Suppose you're going to send an email uh, to the clients. Okay, so all the things are available into the server. Who's going to send a message? What type of message it is? What was the date? What was the communicator? Whether the receiver is received the message or not. So the receiver cannot deny that the sender is not going to deny same time. Okay, so this non-repudiation sort of things. That is why the digital certificates, digital signatures, digital contracts comes to the picture. The security, functionality, and usability the things. Security is very required. Then usability, what type of usability and what type of functionality it is. So once you're working in any MNCs, first of all, you need to understand what type of security it is. So first of all, you need to find out the vulnerabilities what are in the company. Okay. Then what type of functionality, what sort of things you need to be provided. Then the usability, what are usability or not usability sort of things you need to check it out. Okay. So motivates goals and objectives of information security attacks. Okay. So we have different attacks. Attack is equal to what type of motive you have. Okay, so in the certified ethical hacking, you know what? The black hat hackers, the white hat hackers, the gray hat hackers, the script kiddies. We have different types of what hacking sort of thing. hackers available. So if you are a gray hat hackers, if you are a white hat hackers, if you are a black hat hackers, what type of motive it is? So if you are a black hat hacker, so your motive is into getting the access, unauthorized access from the different computers network systems to destroy the networks or provide DDoS attacks or attacking for financial benefit. If you are a white hat hackers, then you just going to be provide some defensive rules same time. What are the attacking things? What are defensive things you want to apply in the great hat hackers same time? Okay, so this is the what type of motive it is once you're going to be hacked on your system. Okay, then what type of method you're going to use it. So we have different methods. You have to go for the network security, networking sort of things. You have to go for some system security things. You have to go for some cloud security sort of things. You would have to go for wireless security sort of thing. You have to go for some web application security sort of things. So what type of method you're going to use it? Then you need to be scanning the networks, scanning system. We have different footprintings. Okay, and a lot of things methods will become to the pictures after some time. Okay, so what sort of methods you want to use it? Then the vulnerabilities. You just find out the vulnerabilities in the network, in the systems, in the web application. Okay, so we have top information security attacks vectors. So cloud computing threats. So cloud computing is the most common trend and popularly in use nowadays. It does not mean that threats to cloud computing or cloud security are fewer. Mostly the same issues as in traditionally hosted environments to exist in the cloud computing. It is very important to secure cloud computing to protect services such as important data. So if you're just talking about in the cloud computing, I have availability of the Azure things. Okay, and refresh it. So I will let you know that what type of security in the cloud. So this is the Microsoft Azure thing. Okay, this is the what the default directory. Who is the name? Who is the subscriber of the things? Okay, whatever going to be we are into creating anything, then it is the notifications bar. What type of thing is there? Okay, so it is free of cost. Microsoft Azure account. Okay, it's free of cost. You can want to create your account with the Microsoft Azure for one month. Okay, and you have what? How much money you will get it? You will get some money here. How much? Let's say 13,134 credit remaining. Okay, so the credit is remaining same time. You can use it for till 1 year. So free of cost account, you can want to create it for the cloud security. Okay, so this is cloud, and if you're going for security, so we have to go for some all services is there, and we have to go for some security. This is security is there. Okay, and we have different things available right now in the cloud security. This is multi-factor authentications which I'm talking about right now. Okay, and if you guys work on the Active Directory domain control as well, so this is the Active Directory is also available. Azure at the AD Active Directory authentication methods. Okay, Azure AD conditional access is there. Azure Active Directory security. Okay, so we have number of security features inside this cloud security because most of the companies currently is moved to the cloud. You need to create your instances, your servers inside this particular Azure, and then you need to provide some security same time. And we can also provide for the web application firewall sort of things into this Azure, right? Azure Active Directory privilege identity management. What type of privilege, what type of security permissions you're going to provide into this cloud? So it is we can do it from here. Okay. So if I'm going here and then we have the different things, what type of rows we have inside this. There's multiple authentication sort of thing. You can block users, you can unblock the users same time from this particular ID. Okay, this is your keywords. Keyword it is used for your save your keys. Okay, this is gateway, virtual network gateway. So I would like to know your background from the networking or not. How much do you know about networking side?
Basic,
Basic it means how much basic you know.
like how the IP addresses are assigned, how the devices are connected to each other, how the network is getting connected, how it is authenticated.
Okay, okay. So guys, do you know about the OSI layers?
Yes, sir. There are seven OS layers.
Yes, please let me tell me which of the.
Application presentation session transport layer, network layer,
Data,
then
data.
data link layer, then physical layer.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So tell me the functionality of each of them. What is
Like
physical layer doing it?
physical layer means our Ethernet cable. I think like that.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. And what about data link layer?
Data link layer is responsible for sending the data. It comes into the packets, they encode it and decode it into the bits or bytes depending on how much is the data.
So tell me about the network layer.
Network layer is responsible for transferring or routing those network.
Give me some examples, Avinash.
Okay.
Give me some examples next time.
Examples of network
Yes, yes.
like IP addresses. So if you assign some IP address to any switch hub or any printing devices, so that's how the switching and routing technology is used for those devices.
Okay, okay.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
And the networking layer is that's what I know all about the network layer.
Okay, and what about the transport layer?
So in transport layer there is UDP and TCP.
Okay, okay.
Uh, that much only I know, sir. In
Okay, so what about session layer, presentation layer, application layer?
session, it helps to manage the connections. Session.
Hmm?
It helps to manage the connections, I think. Sir, authentication and authorization is this session layer.
Okay, okay.
And like the presentation layer, maybe it is something like encrypts the data independence of the layer, basically, which translates from network to the something rentable.
Okay. Information security. Okay. Data classification. Data classification you need to understand. Okay. And then tangible. Tangible and tangible assets. Okay. Assets you need to understand. Okay. And the types of information. Wide security. And we have C and I and A. Right. Learn with example. Okay. And I will provide you what I'm going to do. Provide you scenarios. Okay. And case studies. Case studies I will provide. This is the project for you, my dear friends. Learn with examples. CIA tried with learn with examples and let me know some scenarios, the case studies in the current organizations going to use it. Okay. Then what you're going to do, types of backup. Okay. So this is the example example of data at rest. Okay. And you need to what you're going to do is traditional backups. Traditional backup it means that Windows 2012 server, which was Windows 2008 server. Okay. We have backups available. Why I think you have worked on 2008, then 12, then 16 and 19 server. Just traditional things, okay? We have some paid backup. Okay? We have some cloud computing backups. Okay? Like Azure, like AWS, like Google. This is the, you know what, I would like to understand the what are the different backup things you don't want. Okay? And we have some different vendors. So we have some wheel. Okay, and we need to understand some RAI rate 5 and 10. So this is the better at rest sort of things you need to be find out the answer. So I will ask any questions tomorrow in all of them. Okay. And what about the data in motion? Okay. So data in motion, what you're going to do it? Okay. So client to server communication. Okay. So this is data in motion sort of thing. You need to be understand. So what sort of things is there into this? So we have one defensive approach. Okay. So, provided. Okay. So what type of attack it is? We have some man in the middle attacks. Man in the middle attacks. Session hijacking. Session hijacking. Attacks. No leakage. This one comes under it. And also we have memory. Okay. Yes. Okay. So these are some security. Okay. The offensive sort of things. Different attacks has been done um on your the emotion sort of thing. Okay. So in the defensive approach, okay, in the defensive approach, what we're going to do is we need to do some WAF, wired application firewall. We need to use this system WAF sort of thing. We have multi more things, so we need to be carried out the data in motion, data at rest, what things we can wanna use it. Okay, and we need to I need to understand the different sort of backup things. Okay, and then so we're talking about some integrity example, integrity of data. The integrity of data means the modifications. Okay, modifications of the data. So how can we have kind of integrity of data with that? So modifications. So hashing, sort of thing, digital signature, signatures. Certificates. Okay, and what you needed? TLS, SSL, HTTPS for residents. This we need to be learned. Basic things. Okay. Availability we have already talking about here the backup sort of things. Okay. And the confidential things. Confidential of the data. So how do you say that this is the confidential data is not okay? So we need what we need to do is encryptions. Encryption of the data. Okay. Encryption of the data, right? And same times you need to go for some what offensive and defensive approach. What we're going to learn, you learn using MFA. So MFA is multi-factor authentication. So multi-factor authentication you consider two-way or three authentication. We can go for some controls. We have some administrative, we have some technical control, we have some physical control. So okay, so administrative controls, technical controls, and physical controls we can gonna use it. So we are talking about here some technical controls. What is required in the technical controls, my dear friends? What you going to do is you need to provide some compliance framework, guidelines, policies, process. Okay, so these sort of things you need to provide. So if we're talking about some compliances, so HIPAA is one of them for healthcare industry, PCI DSS for the payment card industry sort of thing. And the example is there. Okay, and if we're talking about some framework, so ITL framework, we have TOGAF, we have COBIT, so this is frameworks we're gonna apply it same time. So the policies, so IT policies I'm talking about, not nothing, not HR policies. I'm not talking about finance policies. So IT policies, how to create and maintain. Right? So any questions till now? Otherwise, any questions till now? Are you able to understand?
Yes, so these are the topics are we going to cover or
Yes, we will going to cover all sort of things, but you need to take some basic fundamentals clear because
okay?
it is the part of CIF, right? confidential, integrity, and availability. These are the parts, right? So what are you gonna do it, my dear friends? These are the all things you need to check. I'm talking about it, talking about CIA. So confidential things. What sort of things confidential you required? What is the offensive things? What are the defensive things? What are the technical things? What are the What are the technical controls you're gonna apply it? So all things very important for you as a security prospects because it will be applied on any company, any MNCs. You're going for the interview anywhere, then they will ask you any questions regarding the same. As a cybersecurity consultant, as a security operation consultant, stock operations, network operations.
Okay.
Okay? So there, because you need to understand security in depth. Okay, and also you require some offensive security and defensive security things you need to understand. But before we go into most of things, you need to understand the networking concepts. So how many of you are worked on the what servers? You know that operating systems. What operating systems you don't know?
Like Windows Server, Linux servers, we have few Mac servers and virtual machines.
Yes. What operating systems like server? Which servers?
So 2008, 2012, 16, the latest one is the 19.
Okay. So you know the depth of the server.
Your voice is breaking, Mesh.
Yeah. You know the depth of the servers.
Sorry?
You know everything about servers.
No, not really.
Hello,
Yes, please.
sir. I don't know anything about servers, but I use the Linux and Windows operating systems. But I don't know about servers. Also, I don't work in server based.
I'm just asking this question just because of guys required depth knowledge of operating system as well. So you told me that you are worked on the Linux platform. So which operating systems you are working?
Windows and Linux, I know. Operating system. But servers, I don't know.
Okay, so in the Linux environment, what is IP tables? How to create a directory?
No, I don't know. I just installed Linux only to study means ethical hacking. I have Kali Linux. That's all.
No, dear, no, no, no. The thing is important here. You need to understand all the depth. Installation is not a big concern over there. As a
Yeah.
cybersecurity consultant, you are working in an MNC, and there is a events is occurred. Okay, the cyber crime has been done, and you have the IP address, okay, and the services. So how do you analyze the data that how do you correlation sort of things? Okay, and you should be very practical mind. You should be very skillful mind to understand each and everything. Your behavior, your learning skills very important sometimes. So no problem. I will teach you Linux, Kali Linux as well, operating system as well. So how do you know what what the operating systems in the Windows environment? What can no not?
Yes.
Okay, so what is a BitLocker?
BitLocker is to put authentication for a particular folder or for the application.
What is the use case of BitLocker? Have you
Your
guys
voice
worked on
is
the
breaking.
firewall? Have you guys worked on the firewall?
Your voice is not clear, Mesh. Hello.
Yes, guys. Have you worked? firewall. No, no work, not work right now on the firewall side.
No, no, not worked on the firewall.
Okay, okay. So Manish, are you able to hear me?
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
Okay. So guys, I will just going to send you one of the PDF files. Okay. Try to learn the basic fundamentals of networking. First of all, it is very audible. Okay.
Yes.
Try to learn
Yes,
basically
sir.
the important thing is the basic things about operating system and basic things about the networking. Okay. So I will send you
Yeah.
no problem. I will send you some networking things. I will send you some operating systems, and in this tomorrow we will start the same time, and then you just learn these basic things. Okay, the CIA, right? I'm also going to send you this particular slide to you. Okay, so that you can learn the next few things which we talking about tomorrow. Majority of attacks, what type of attack? Okay, this is different attacks is going on. Okay, what type of mobile threats? What are the what different attacks is there? Okay, so I'm going to send to you this particular slide to you in Skype, and then here and whatever I started out at try to learn all the things very necessary. Very So I'm just going to wrap up this class for today. And today, the same time we are going to use. We are coming same time. Okay. And meanwhile, we just study all kind of things, and I will going to share this particular PDF. So just try to read the PDF and then right.
Sure. Tomorrow will be the same time, right? 7 p.m.
Yes. Tomorrow, same tomorrow, okay. And you can do it study of them. CIA trial or
Sir, I'm not able to hear, sir. Uh, the voice is breaking.
so you just try to what learn the things. Are you able to hear me? So hello. Scenarios, current current business current business scenarios, how to implement CIA right in any domain. Like suppose you are going to implement CIA tried on the healthcare production stations. Okay, so different industry you need to provide some business case scenarios and provide some case studies. So try to create a project. Create a project on this. Understand? So try to create the projects on the different domains. What are the domains you are like it? Suppose you are in the operations domain, so you just try to create a CIA tried same project. How to implement CIA tried into the particular object project. Make sense? Okay.
So like the project as in like we put it on the slide or it just like through an email that we can.
Yes, yes. You just send to me the email on my mail ID. Mahesh Kumar. gmail.com. And also you just send your projects to info IDs from the work police IDs, info ID. Just check with the Ashok and teams. They will provide you some info email ID. So send the project at the same time there. So project is the theoretical, okay? The project is conceptual, logical things. Implementations of the CIA tried in the domains. Okay? Any doubts, you can just ping me out on the Skype. I will help you out. Try to study all sort of things which I'm talking about today.
No.
Okay? Thank you for time. Have a nice day.
Sir, we have to submit it tomorrow itself.
Yes, tomorrow you can create it. No problem with this.
Okay. Like
Okay?
theory or only theory based.
Yeah, theory and concept. Because I will gonna ask you any questions regarding CIA tried how to implement any company, right? So
Yes.
make sure that you have to study.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time, guys. Bye.
Thank you.